Hi guys, so today we're gonna be doing a updated what's in my iPhone slash an unboxing. I know I did this video 6 months ago, at least the what's on my iPhone, but since then so what happened was I was washing my sheets and I was like collecting all my sheets and throwing it in the wash, and then I was like, shoot, where's my phone? And I threw it in the wash. So this was my old phone. It was the iPhone 10 and I had her for 5 years. She wasn't bad, but I needed an upgrade anyway, so I wasn't like too pressed that I threw it in the wash. But now I make sure I know where my phone is before I do laundry. So this happened back in March when I like washed my old phone and I got a new phone, and I tried to do a unboxing video. I didn't want to upload it, it wasn't good, but I'll go ahead and insert a clip of that if you are interested in seeing like a quick little unboxing. I got the iPhone 13 Pro. I pretty much got the same like color case, but this is like the comparison of both in terms of size. They're like roughly the same. The iPhone 13 is a little bit bigger, definitely thicker. The camera on this phone is awesome. The camera on this one was definitely lacking, but yeah, I like this case. It gets the job done. But so far, like I've been feeling like seeing a little bit of cracking here. I don't know if you can see. It's like peeling in like weird places. But I really like the way it feels. It's just healing for some reason. I'll go ahead and link the case down below if you're interested in it. I recommend it, but kind of don't, also just because of the like little peeling that I get on it. But other than that, it's like whatever. The screen protector I have, it came with a like camera protector thing also. So I'll link them both. Let's go ahead and get started and I will show you everything that is on my iPhone. So before I even get into the apps, this is my lock screen. I just got it from Pinterest. Everything that I have in terms of screens, widgets, pictures and stuff, I will put it in the link below. It's all on my Pinterest, so you can go ahead and follow my Pinterest or just download the pictures from the link. But I really want to go on vacation, so I picked this picture because it gave me vacation vibes, I guess. I also sometimes make my own lock screens, so if you're interested in downloading a lock screen that I have, it's also linked on my Pinterest as well. First thing on my home screen, honestly, my first screen, it's nothing interesting. It's pretty much the same layout, I think, as my last video, so I won't really go much into detail there because it has all the apps that come with the phone. On the next page, this is my favorite page. I have 3 widgets. The first one is this quote that says, "Become more aware of what is really worth energy." And I just like it. It's a cute reminder, so I kept it there. Then I have a calendar widget and then another small widget that just has the palm tree that I felt like matched the lock screen and everything. So I put that there. On the top left, I have my editing folder. I won't go into detail on every single app here, like on my entire phone, just because some of them, honestly, I need to clean out and delete. But on here, the first one is Google Photos. And I feel like if you don't have Google Photos, you should download it right now. I don't have that much iCloud space, and I constantly get reminders to update my iCloud. And so I downloaded Google Photos and it backs up a lot of photos. So if you also don't have a lot of iCloud space, I highly recommend downloading that, because when I threw my old phone in the wash, it deleted like all my photos since 2019, but I didn't really lose anything because I have my Google Photos here. Then I have CapCut, which I use to make reels on Instagram. So if you are curious on how I make my Instagram reels, I use that. And then Snapseed, I also like using because it's great for like when you want to edit something very specific. So like if there's someone in the background or something that you want to like blur out, or a pimple or something, they have like very like precise tools that you can use to like blur things out and lighten and all these things. So I like to use Snapseed for that. I don't really use Color Story. I think I used it when I wanted to make a picture all black except for one thing in the picture in color. Visco, I used to use that to edit photos, but now I just edit photos on the photo app. Fuji is like a camera if you want to have like an old retro filter on it. Unfold I use for collages. Canva I use for thumbnails and other graphics. I highly recommend Canva. The next page, I really don't use anything on here. I think I used FaceTime once to lighten something, and Pick Gizmo, it was to flip a picture in a certain way that I couldn't find on the Photos app, but everything else I don't really use. Then on the next folder, I have Money, which just had like PayPal, my bank, Dosh, Cash App, Venmo. I got Dosh once because if you reference a friend, you would get $10. So I got all my friends to like use my code to download it, and they didn't even have to use anything, and I got money back. It's supposed to be used for like when you shop in specific stores, they'll give you cash back too. So although I don't use it that much for that, I use that for one time just so my friends could use my code and they would get money too. So they would get $10 and I think I would get $10. There's that. Then I have my Islam folder, which if you don't know, I'm Muslim, so I just use these apps for most of them are just to read the Quran. I really just use the one called Glorious Quran the most if I want to like look up something. Muslim Pro I use to see the prayer times. Dhikr and Dua, honestly, I recently found this app, and first of all, look at that interface. It's so like cute. I haven't used it very much because I recently downloaded it, but I think it's just supposed to have like all these like information for different things depending on what you're specifically looking for. They have articles that you can look at, emotions, and I think it's supposed to like show you like a dua or something about that emotion. You can have reminders. I just thought that was really cool. And they have like the that picture of the NASA just recently took in the background there. And then I have travel, which I downloaded most of these when I was traveling before COVID, but I think Skyscanner and Hopper is what I use mostly to check out deals for flights and stuff. Disney World I like to have when I go to Disney. And then Share the Meal is awesome. It's not really a travel app, but I use it to donate money to different charities that they have. Convert Currency, which is nice to convert currency. Windy, I live in Florida, so there's hurricanes, and I like having this app because you can visually track where the hurricane is like headed and where it's going. Flush, it's supposed to find you bathrooms nearby. I got recommended this app. I've never really used it, but it might come in handy. Uber, this other app when I was in Russia, and then Nextdoor, which is good for your neighborhood, uses that app and see what's going on in the neighborhood. Then in the bottom here, I have health. I used to use it when I would be more into working out. I want to get back into working out, but it had nice exercises no matter where you are in your exercise health journey. Headspace is pretty much a meditation app. I don't really use it often, but at a time I did. Then Yumly, I don't know if you guys want me to open these apps, but Yumly pretty much just has like a bunch of recipes. It will cater based on your allergies, your diet and whatnot, and then it gives you all these recipes that you can choose from and then save, and it'll take you to the recipe, how to cook it, and then you can also make like a grocery list inside the app, which I think is also really cool. Then I have Flow, which is a period app, and I feel like all girls should track your period in some way, whether it's in the app or on your phone or something, and I really like to know where I am in my cycle. You can also track like moods, when you've been intimate, symptoms, and all these things, and it'll give you like a graph too, so you can see a quick overview of everything that's provided for you. It also has resources that you can use, but I think you have to pay for that, and I just use the free version. Then I have this Melodies app. I really like it for mixing sounds. So if I want like a combination of sound, if you want the sound of the ocean and also wind and then chimes or the rain, like you can mix and match and find whatever combination works best for you. Like have a nice like sound before bed. I think that was really nice. Reflectly, I really don't use it often. I used to use it every day for like 3-4 years. I just stopped. It just had like a journal prompt. You can talk about your day, how you're feeling, your mood, and I was pretty consistent with it. I just recently stopped because I really wanted to switch from like on app journaling to physical journaling rather, just because I know that'll always be with me in case like the app ever like died or something. Then I have Sleep Cycle, and I like this app because I hate alarms, but this is like one that will wake you up in your 30-minute interval for when you're in your lightest sleep, and then it'll wake you up whenever that is. Like if you want to wake up by 6, wake you up sometime between 5:30 and 6, I always like doing that because I hate when I'm like in a deep sleep and then I end up waking up. Then it also has this cool thing where like you can see like the chart of like your last sleep when you used it. So like the sleep quality last time I used it was 65%. I stayed in bed for 6 hours and 28 minutes, and then it shows like when I was awake, when I was in my deepest sleep. And I think that's like kind of weird, kind of creepy, but I like it, so it's really interesting to see. Then BetterHelp, I use therapy, and I use therapy through BetterHelp, and that's just where I contact my therapist and everything. P-Tracker, that was my first period app. I don't really use it all that much anymore, just because when my phone went in the wash, it lost a lot of my data, so I was like, let me just find something else, because it is not as advanced, I feel like, as Flow. And then Sweatcoin, I use Sweatcoin. Apparently, like when you walk, it will give you money. So this is how much I have so far, $1,315, and then you can transfer it and use those to buy stuff. I have yet to check out and actually see if it's actually legit. I think it is, but like it takes, I think, a few steps to actually use it to buy anything useful. I have that. Then I have the Calm app. I don't really use, same thing with meditation, because the free versions are kind of weak and I don't feel like paying money, so I just have that for the free versions. Then I have language. If you want to know more in depth of these apps that I have, then I suggest checking out my first video, which was a language research app and website video. But the ones I recommend the most is probably Duolingo, Buzu, Tandem, Bilingue, Word Reference, and Spanish Dick if you are learning Spanish. But pretty much Duolingo is like the basic one. Everyone should know about that. Tandem, used to talk to native speakers. Buzu, I use for lessons. Bilingue is to read in your target language. Word Reference is nice because I do use Google Translate, but Google Translate will translate things literally, and sometimes you want the slang of the term, so I use the Word Reference app. Spanish Dick, I really like it. It not only like translate things in Spanish for you, but it has like little mini lessons, articles, tests, and quizzes that you can use. I went more in depth, I feel like, in my last video, so I won't talk too much about this. Then I have social media. Instagram, you can follow me at itsamina.info, and I just like to post a lot of different types of reels. It was Eid recently, so I had an Eid reel. I like posting about like little inspo pictures based on the day, a lot of home decor and like vacation type pictures, just things that make me happy. So if you are interested in that, you can go ahead and follow my Instagram. So Tumblr, have not used that in a hot minute. WhatsApp, I used to talk to family outside of America. Pinterest, I'm really thinking about getting a piercing. I think I want to get my rook pierced, so that's the last thing I was looking at. But you can follow me here. This is where I have a few of the reels I post on Instagram, and then here you can see the wallpaper I made. But go ahead and follow me. I post a lot of fun stuff, so if you are interested in Pinterest, then follow my Pinterest. Then I have Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, and Hangouts. Then I have YouTube Studio, which is just for YouTubers to track stuff. Wattpad, have not used in a hot minute. Fire TV, I lost the remote in my mom's house, so if I want to watch something, I use my phone. Signal, Reddit, Bumble. I sometimes feel like meeting new friends, so I use Bumble BFF. Then I have music. Honestly, what I recommend though is having AntMe, because if you don't have a speaker and you and your friends are hanging out, you can download AntMe, and then it'll use all your phones collectively to make a speaker, which I think is kind of cool. Then moving on to the next page. So on my last page, I pretty much just have these two widgets. The first one is from Notion, which I'll talk about at the end. And then I have a walking widget just to see how many steps I've taken. The first one, education, nothing really fancy here. I'm not in school anymore. I recently graduated college, so I don't use anything here anymore. Then I have productivity, which is mostly mail. I have a lot of mails. And then Google Docs, Google Slides, Drive, Notability, I used to take notes. And yeah, it's more admin than I feel like productivity. But then I have games. I don't play games, I just have these here, but I do like to play Heads Up and Shoutrageous when I am at Disney and in line. So Heads Up is just the basic, like, you have a word on your head and you flip if you got it right or not when the person acts it out. Then outrageous is pretty much like, say me and you are playing against each other. I'll have a topic like, you know, things you eat on Christmas, and you have to try to name as many as you can, and then you get points, and then I name something in a different category, and then you just see who wins. So then I have webtoons. Don't read that much webtoons, but I do like Lore Olympus, and recently I discovered Homesick, which is like a zombie apocalypse type, which I don't like scary things or zombie apocalypse things, but I feel like the art is really nice, so I recommend Homesick and also Lore Olympus if you don't know. I feel like Lore Olympus is like the most popular webtoons. Then a pizza game app. These are just here if I have nothing to do. So then I have etc. I have my Geico mobile, which just has my car insurance, Google Maps, daily horoscope, don't really use that, and then Skyview, which I feel like is cool. You can look at the stars with your phone and it will like show the constellations and even planets sometimes, like, oh, Jupiter's right there, even if you can't necessarily see it. But I like using that. And then shopping, just basic shopping, Amazon. I don't really use Wish, but there it is. I like Michael and Joann's for coupons. Target and Publix, I like to see if something's in stock and what aisle it's in. Chick-fil-A, I love me some Chick-fil-A. Get Upside, gas prices are crazy right now, so you get cash back when you have Get Upside app. Then also Walmart, I use it for the same reason of Target and Publix. Then I have business. I'm gonna make a whole video about these 3 apps, but this is just a good side hustle apps. Instacart shopping, I made a video about Instacart shopping if you're interested. Fiverr is a freelance one, and Depop, it's to sell things online. Then I have Google Calendar, and then Widgetsmith. Widgetsmith I use to make these widgets. If you're interested in a customization video, I can make that, but they have a lot of videos on how to make widgets on YouTube if you're interested and don't know how to use it. And then at the bottom, Notion. I love Notion. I love organizing things on Notion. I have a lot of different categories. I have home, which just has stuff for my home, my family, vacations when I plan and stuff like that. Then I have business, which has to do with my YouTube or Depop or anything creative I want to create. Goals, have my goals. Languages, I have another language page, but I need to transfer everything to this page because my Notion's under construction. So yeah, but I really like the aesthetic of this, and yeah, so everything here is on that Notion or that widget above, which has my welcome page, language, YouTube. It just shows up my recent things that I clicked on, so it's just nice. So if I want to click on something really quickly, like language, then it just shows up. But like I said, this page is under construction. Then I have Vivint, which is a home security that you can check to turn on and off your alarm, check the cameras, everything. Then at the bottom also have my phones, and then Safari. But yeah, I think that's all. I hope this was not too long. I feel like this video is also fairly long, but I hope you don't mind. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already, and leave down below any video recommendations that you would like me to do. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you know, you know, if you made it this far in the video. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Bye.